Hi, everyone, and welcome to the grand final of Flames S5, the India track. And after six grueling game weeks of competition, we finally have the top four identified, and now we are looking to find the grand winner of this exercise. This was our 13th competition in all, and over the last 3.5 years. And let's see who 13 turns out to be lucky for. We randomized the seating order, and we have Dhruv Mookerji in seat one, Aswath Venkataraman in seat two, Subrat M in seat three, and Aabhaas Dasgupta in seat four. Quick introduction of the players. Dhruv, you're in seat one, and you were a finalist in our last competition as well, although you did not win that. Tell us a little bit about how this season has been and what you're most excited for.
This has actually been my favorite season of Flames in terms of the quality of questions. I've liked them. I mean, I had a couple of bad game weeks where I lost and been a little poor in my owns, but the quality of questions I've really liked these more than any other season. So I've thoroughly enjoyed. I didn't expect to actually be here. It's quite fortuitous. Got a couple of lucky wins at the end, but yeah, looking
And
forward to.
what's your
Sorry?
favorite letter of the Flames thing?
Uh, Shucks. What does that stand for? Food or film?
Food, fashion, literature.
No, then M for movies and music.
Awesome. Best of luck to you, Dhruv. Second on the
Thank you.
seat today, we have Aswath Venkataraman, also a regular finalist in our India tracks at least, but not yet winning the title. Ashwath, how has this season gone for you, and what's your favorite letter been?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this season I enjoyed my results. Like the questions, as Dhruv said, were like fantastic, but started off well, but then had like two, three very bad game weeks and just managed to get scrape in with the skin of my teeth. So I'm hoping that translates into some kind of luck in in the finals. And S is my favorite. I mean, that's usually like in any place, S is always my favorite.
Awesome. And in seat three, we have Subrat. Subrat has become a regular finalist, but results have gone sort of up and down in the grand finals. Welcome to the final again, Subrat. Tell us a little bit about
Thank you.
yours as well.
I mean, yeah, the season, the questions and all are all great. I started off by finishing joint second in the first game. And I think in the first four or maybe first five directs, I got zero. So it didn't really start off too well, but thankfully after that it picked up.
And your favorite letter?
Favorite letter? Yeah, I think it will be L possibly, and maybe M, L and M.
Thanks a lot. And finally, we have a first-time panelist, Aabhaas Dasgupta, who has played all our seasons, but given the vagaries of the competition, it hasn't made it to the finals. But welcome to your first final, Abbas. How was your experience this season, and what was your first title?
Yeah, the experience has been pretty nice. I feel a lot like RCB going to the finals this time, like among the coming to the big leagues of the big guns here. So yeah, it has been interesting. Lots of ups and downs. One of the games I had, I came joint second where I was playing the game entirely in Mumbai auto and traveling through Andheri traffic jams and trying to answer. So those have been nice games. But yeah, the questions, the I like the variety that even though it was FLA MES, but there are a lot of top questions which go beyond it and more like in a general realm. So that has been interesting. And yeah, favorite topic as Ashwath mentioned similarly to S. Though I don't know, don't want to jinx this. But
Are you
yeah,
wearing Chelsea or Mumbai Indians t-shirt?
Mumbai Indians still sad
Okay,
since
so
yesterday's match.
keep it up, keep the form.
Thank you all for introductions, and let's get going right away. It's 30 seconds the direct and 5 seconds the pass. I haven't put in a timer, but I will give you a reminder when 10 seconds are left. And
Okay.
I'll give you a 1 second up down time in case you don't answer by the 30th second. I'll give you maybe one uh, beat. Okay. So let's get going. And Dhruv, here's the first question for you. When this X-rated erotic drama saw unprecedented ticket sales in Italy, the Italian police seized every copy of the film by order of the prosecutor. The director and the male lead was sued by Italian court on obscenity charges. No amount of buttering up authorities helped, with the director facing 4 months in prison and having his civil rights revoked. Which early 1970s movie is this? 10,
I'll try Caligula.
Ashwath,
Pass.
Subrat,
Since buttering up is there, I'll go with Last Tango in Paris.
that's right.
Mm.
Etch-a-Sketch is a mechanical drawing board invented by André Cassagnes of France in 60. It reached its peak in the 70s and 80s, but then the sales dropped for many years. It wasn't until 1999 when its sales dramatically rose again after release of the sequel to super hit film. It helped Ohio Art Company return to profit. Which film franchise? The franchise then. Ten.
Franchise, I'll go for Toy Story.
That's absolutely right. This is indeed Toy Story 2, the super film, and Toy Story. That's it. Ashwath, your turn now. Who, when he made his debut against Australia at Dharamsala in 2017, he became the first and still only left-arm wrist spinner to represent India in men's Test cricket.
Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah, that's spot on. It's Kuldeep Yadav. Ashwath again. What drink and appetizer is made of freshly grated coconut milk and kokum, peppered with garlic, coriander, green chili, and mint, and diluted with water to taste? With a balance of sweet, sour, and spice, it features in Gout, Saraswat, Brahmin, Malbani, and Konkani cuisines. The anthocyanin pigments from the dried kokum skins provide a deep purple pink color.
Soul Curry.
Yeah.
And that's the right answer as well. Nicely done. It is indeed soul curry. Next is for Subrat. According to Netflix, Ishq Hai, a song composed by Anurag Saikia, featuring lyrics by Raj Shekhar and the voices of Rumi and Madhubanti Bakshi, is the first soundtrack from a streaming or OTT platform, top Spotify charts in India, reaching number 1 on Spotify India's top 50, and is on the soundtrack of which influential web series?
Royals?
Aabhaas?
Mismatched.
Yes, that's right.
Ah.
Has the influencer
Yeah.
Prajakta Kohli as one of the leads, and that's right. Okay, Subrat again. Author Atish Taseer wrote a telltale article in Vanity Fair in 2016, revealing details of his long-ended relationship with British royalty Lady Gabriella Windsor. Later, he revealed in a piece for Travel Leisure that he got married to an American lawyer, Ryan Davis, in New York in 2016. Taseer, whose overseas Indian citizenship has been cancelled by the current Indian government, is the son of which Indian journalist and author?
Ravleen Singh.
Yes, that's right. Tableen Singh. Very glad you said the full name and not just Singh, which also fine. Next for Aabhaas. Reema Kakti, highly regarded for her distinctive writing and directing style, and known for sharp social commentary, was director and screenplay writer for which 2012 psychological thriller starring Amir Khan, Rani Mookerji, and Kareena Kapoor, where a cop investigates a mysterious accident linked to his past trauma. It is critically acclaimed for its suspenseful storytelling and emotional depth, earning multiple award nominations, including Filmfare nods for direction and screenplay.
Talash.
Yes, that's right. Any thoughts on what the subtitle of the movie was? No?
Search begins or something like that.
Answer
Search
lies.
begins.
The answer lies.
Answer.
Okay, Aabhaas. This actor changed their last name from Coppola, inspired both by a street-level Marvel superhero and also an avant-garde composer, in order to avoid allegations of nepotism. Their uncle was Francis Ford Coppola. Who?
Nicolas Cage.
Yep, that's Nicolas Cage as well. So that's one round done. We'll go back to the scores at the end of round 2 or 3 to see how you guys are doing. Quickly moving on to Dhruv for round 2. Made with a blend of water, milk, rose syrup, and a hint of Kavra water, this delicious coolant is deeply linked to the martyrdom of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the fifth Sikh Guru. also known as Kachi Lassi, members of the Sikh community pass this around to passerbys in the hot summer months. What summer cooler?
Hyundai?
Don't think that's the right answer. Aswath?
Pass.
Subrat?
Not getting pass.
Aabhaas?
Pass.
Arey yaar, what is this? Some dil
X of the evening, and this is known as the Chabil.
chabil.
Dhruv again. This famously raw, iconic late 70s post-punk anthem became a powerful symbol of rebellion, its urgent apocalyptic lyrics screaming fears of social political collapse. It's used decades later in a Jaguar ad, being appropriate for other reasons. Left fans feeling profound betrayal, corporate branding sharply clashing with its very true anti-establishment soul and original message. What song are we talking about? Or audio will play.
But is the sound on?
London Calling?
That's spot on. Wild Clash. Well done. Okay, Ashwath. The 75 Spanish Grand Prix is remembered for its notoriety, since it was stopped after 29 laps due to numerous car crashes alongside the death of a fireman and two journalists. It therefore earned which racer half points for being ranked sixth, a landmark moment for the sport. Ten.
Philippi.
Sorry,
Philippi.
Dhruv,
Pass.
Subrat,
I'm missing it. Pass.
Aabhaas.
This is Leela Lombardi, the only female
Lombardi,
F1
yeah.
point winner.
That's
Pass.
spot on.
Finished.
This is Stella Lombardi, the first woman to earn points in F1.
Lovely.
And
Give the
Ashwath,
Fanta.
Crusader Kings is a strategy game set in Europe in the mid to late Middle Ages. Similar to role-playing games, Crusader Kings focuses on a trait-based individual whose main goal is to grow and enrich his dynasty. The game begins on December 26, 1066, just a day after a grand event in Europe. What was this grand event? So the grand in quotes is not so important. The fact that it's in quotes is not so important. I'll give you a few more seconds added to your time.
Battle of Hastings.
No, Dhruv?
Is it the coronation of William the Conqueror? William the First?
That's the right answer. Okay, Subrat, your questions. Guy Buffet is a French artist renowned for capturing different cultures worldwide, with French, Polynesian, Chinese, Indian, and other foods. A tourist attraction and iconic mode of transportation, what public transit network of a particular city is being depicted here by Guy Buffet in this artwork? I need the city and the transportation mode. It is the last manually operated system of its kind in the world. Ten.
Okay. Montreal and the tram system.
The cable cars of San Francisco.
That's the exact answer.
Oh, that's
Perfectly
oh,
right.
shit.
It's known as the cable
Yeah.
cars
Yeah.
of San Francisco. You have accepted
I'm
words
right
like,
now in Singapore.
Yeah, you got well written. Oh, nice.
I mean, alternatively, they are called trams, but the exact answer is what you gave, thankfully, cable cars of San Francisco. Subrat. So Vespa scooter was invented in 46 and wasn't really popular in Europe at the time. I was 7 years later when audiences watched a European princess and an American newspaper reporter roam around in a Vespa and fall in love. In a film, its sales rose significantly. Which 1950s film? The video is on, so
A Roman holiday.
yeah, that's right. Well done. Roman holiday. Abbas. In Crusader Kings, players stumble upon the year 1337, where in October, something begins after Edward III of England formally rejects Philip VI's claim to the French throne. What begins as a result?
The 100 Years' War.
Yeah, that's spot on. Well done. It's the 100 Years' War. Or in French, the Guerre des Cent Ans. Okay, Thomas again. This Vietnam anti-war movement anthem was an expressive symbol of the counterculture's opposition to executive power grabs. It focuses on rich men making war and poor men having to fight them. Songwriter issued a cease and desist notice to Donald Trump, whose rallies it was played at, given that Trump Rich Kid was a draft dodger. What song?
I just keep forgetting that Lombardi's name.
Okay, so Aabhaas, here's your audio coming up for you right now. Let me know if you can hear it.
Not
No.
yet. Lost it.
That is
Yeah, this is Fortunate Son.
Absolutely correct.
10 minutes, we'll never get back. Everybody knew the answer, but
We could have just avoided all this.
Dhruv, round
No,
3.
yeah.
In John Carpenter's They Live, Nada's Hoffman lenses unveil hidden ads, throwing a sense of space, time, and distance into disarray, almost as if his eyes are morphing into a virtual reality. Why do you think the name Hoffman lenses fits this mind-boggling effect? Ben?
Hoffman psychological test?
No, Ashwath?
LSD, because Hoffman invested and it gave the same effect as LSD.
Yeah, that's the Hoffman we're looking for. This is the mind-altering effects of LSD, named for Albert Hoffman. Okay, next is for Dhruv. In 2019, who beat Ted Evans 3-2 in the first round, beat Mensu Suljovic 3-1 in the second round, before eventually losing 2-4 to Chris Dobie in the third round of the 2020 PDC Professional Darts Corporation Championship, a landmark moment for the sport.
Somebody with a surname Tuscany?
Subrat,
I'll pass.
Ashwath,
Pass.
Aabhaas.
Pass.
Okay. So this is a lady known as Talon Sheriff, who was the first woman to win a game in the BDC championship. Okay,
Keeps
Ashwath.
coming up in
Most Mughal portraits from the day show the emperor and nobles dressed in what long coat that's typically tight around the torso, but flared out like a skirt around the knees. The term is used today, the generic one for garments of the upper body, especially in the eastern part of India.
Sherwani?
Subrat,
Punjabi?
Dhruv,
Hey, that was my guess. Pass.
Aabhaas.
Pass.
All right. This
Three
is
Eastern people missing it.
known as the Jama.
Oh, Jama.
Jama.
Okay. Ashwath,
Shit.
in the Hunger Game
Name.
prequels, what is the name given to a wandering band of singers? The name is supposedly from an Irish Gaelic word for warrior or hero, indicating valor and strength, sadly not effective. In English, it refers to a flock of game birds.
Minstrels?
No, not minstrels. Dhruv,
Pass.
Subrat,
No, pass.
Aabhaas.
Pass.
There was a clue in there for all you MBA grads. And this is OB. The hat tip to different OB.
Oh, effectiveness. Okay.
Arey,
Subrat. What cooling sharbat is made using Bengal gram powder, water, black salt, roasted cumin powder, green chili, lemon juice, coriander, and mint tea? A superfood that's an excellent source of nutrition and energy. It aids in digestion and is thus a staple of Bihari cuisine.
This is the Sattu Sharbat.
Yeah, that's right. It's the sattu. Well done. And the next one for you. This book was originally written in Bengali and published in 1993, earning the ire of the state government and leading its author to flee not only her native country but also the neighboring one. This work depicts the violence, rape, looting, and killings of Bengali Hindus that took place in December 92 in the aftermath of Babri Masjid demolition. Which humiliating banned book are we talking about?
Lajja.
Yes, and the author for us?
Taslima Nasri.
Absolutely. Aabhaas. Ushmaya is an LA-based filmmaker whose films Gay Asian Migrant has done the rounds of queer-themed film festivals. Ushmaya, who's out as a gay man on his social media profile, had earlier played the younger version of his father in the 2008 film Fir Kabhi, which three-time National Award winner for acting is Ushmaya's father. Ten.
John Abraham.
Dhruv,
Pass.
Ashwath,
Pass.
Subrat.
Mithun Daha. Mithun
Oh.
Chakravarti.
That's right. Absolutely. It's
I was thinking Dhruv would have got this had
Don't-
it been Mithun. I was like,
No, man. I've only known Lajja and Sattu.
Bad
Aabhaas.
luck.
In Escape from New York, Manhattan is a max security prison in a crime-ridden US. Carpenter wrote it in the mid-70s, gripped by national cynicism and fear. The script reflects a deep mistrust in authority. What major event just before sparked this dark vision?
Watergate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
Watergate.
Yep, that's right. Watergate scandal. So at the end of 3 rounds, we have Dhruv on 3, Ashwath 4, Subrat 6, and Aabhaas 7. Dhruv, back to you. Between the retirement of Bishan Bedi and the emergence of Ravindra Jadeja, 10 left-arm spinners were picked to play Test for India. Which of these men became the only Indian to take a wicket with his first ball in Test cricket when he had Marwan Atapattu caught behind at the Premadasa in 1997? Things went downhill there and he ended up his brief career with an average of 166, the highest for an Indian left-armer.
Nilesh Moreshwar Kulkarni.
Super.
Since you were saying Tavleen.
Next one, Dhruv. Which music composer, daughter of a prominent parallel cinema filmmaker, catapulted to overnight fame with a soundtrack for the Netflix show Sacred Games? 10.
Mm. Ah,
Push you.
I'll go with Mirza.
Ashwat.
Pass.
Aabhaas.
Pass.
Subrat.
Parallel cinema. Okay.
Passing.
Ah,
Pass.
pass. I'll take a non-comp. Non-comp.
You want to say?
Bharadwaj. Bharadwaj.
No. It's Alaknanda Dasgupta, who is the daughter of the
Oh,
famous.
Patwardhan.
Bengali. Okay. Shit. Okay.
Okay. Ashwat.
Buddhadev.
Rima Kakti was director and writer for what historical sports drama about India's first Olympic first place position in hockey after independence, starring Akshay Kumar. The film received positive reviews and won several nominations for direction, screenplay, and lead performance.
Gold? Yeah.
Sorry, once more for me?
Gold?
Yeah, that's right. Well done. Ashwat again. Torn off the neck sweatshirts, as shown in the pic, became extremely popular after the release of this 1983 film. In the film, the actress invents the look accidentally when she shrunk the sweater in the dryer and cut a new enlarged hole for her neck. Even Madonna and Cyndi Lauper adopted it. Which film? Ten.
Pass.
Okay. Dhruv.
Pass.
Aabhaas.
Pass.
Subrat.
Footloose? No, Dirty Dancing.
It's
Mm.
similar
Risky
genre.
business.
Flashdance. Oh, I meant
I considered
what
Flashdance
did
for
I
a
say?
second. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Thought of
Okay,
it.
Subrat. In The
I
Thing,
meant
an alien
Huh.
imitates people spreading paranoia at an Antarctic base. No one knows who's infected. Only blood tests can tell. What real-life American horror marked by fear, doubt, and hidden infection inspired Carpenter's plot?
AIDS.
Yeah, right. The AIDS epidemic. Which was it. That's right.
Thinking.
Okay, Subrat. As of June 1, 2025, left-arm spinners have taken 1682 wickets for India in men's Test cricket. The first of these victims was Charlie Barnett, caught and bowled in the Brabant Stadium on December 16, 1933 by which spinner? Still India's oldest ever debutant in Tests. He was 41. He shares initials with another left-arm spinner who has taken 323 Test wickets and counting for India.
Mm.
10.
Not getting anything.
Push you.
Oh, pass.
Dhruv.
Pass.
Aabhaas.
Pass.
Ashwat.
Pass.
Yeah, who's this?
It's a gentleman known as Rustam Jamshid.
Which RJ is this?
Jamshedji.
Rustam
No
Jamshed.
chance. No chance.
India's oldest Test debutant. Aabhaas. What tight-fitting trousers from both men and women, still quite popular today among the latter, were popularized during the Mughal era in India, as opposed to shalwars that are cut wide at the top and narrow at the ankle. These pieces of clothing narrow more quickly to reveal the contours of the wearer's legs. 10,
Lehenga.
Dhruv,
Pass. Non-com.
Pass.
Subrat.
Chudidar?
That's indeed the
Yeah,
answer.
but Churidar is, why do you say more the latter? It's men as much as women, no? That's why I didn't go. I mean, Churidar kurta is a standard Bengali dress. That's why.
Aabhaas, your question again. The Kovi names always feature a first name from a ballad followed by a color. From which romantic poem is this name of the Kovi singer, who is the protagonist of the book The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collins taken? The poem is part of a series about a shy country maiden by Wordsworth.
Solitary Reaper.
No? Dhruv?
Pass.
Ashwath?
Pass.
Subrat?
No, pass. I'm missing everything.
So this is Lucy.
Lucy, what is that? Lucy, is it? Oh, yeah.
Lucy Gray.
Come on, not enough confidence.
Dhruv, back to you. Here, Guy Buffett displays a series of items that are iconic of this East Asian city. They're usually made of oil paper or Westlake silk, and the city has a rich history of making this item due to its rainfall and bamboo forests. What item from which city is depicted here? Ken?
I'll just say raincoats from Shanghai.
No? Ashwath?
Pass.
Aabhaas?
Pass.
Subrat?
Non-com. Anyway,
Okay.
pass.
Yes?
Kyoto parasols or something.
No. These are known as the Hangzhou parasols.
Hangzhou parasols.
Hangzhou parasols.
Okay. Dhruv again. Which celebrity's double-barrel surname has nothing to do with the fact that they are granddaughter of acclaimed physicist Max Born? So their name does not reflect anything to do with the lineage of Max Born. That's the
No,
question.
no, pass.
Ashwath?
Pass.
Aabhaas?
Just the surname is enough? Double barreled?
Yes?
Newton John?
Yeah, that's absolutely
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John.
Too
Ashwath?
many passes.
In one instance, a gang of homeless boys beat a homeless man to death. In another instance, a Dutch girl faced sexual violence by a group of men who were singing Sing in the Rain during the brutal act. Which movie inspired them to commit these heinous acts? One that the director himself banned in the UK after facing threats to his family.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, that's right. Clockwork Orange. Ashwath again. A dystopian work which portrays the curtailment of the freedom of women by an extremist Christian group, which 85 work by a Canadian author, who, when banned, led her to promptly state that the official reasons for the ban are ridiculous, stating that the book is much less sexually explicit than the Bible.
The Handmaid's Tale.
And that's right as well. The Handmaid's Tale. We move to Subrat's question now. Rima Kakti was co-writer of which film inspired by the real-life artists Divine and Nazi? Became a critical and commercial hit and won multiple Filmfare Awards, including Best Film and Best Screenplay, was India's official entry for the Oscars.
Gully Boys.
Yeah, singular, but I'll give it to you. Gully Boy. That's right. Okay, Subrat. The Screen Actors Guild, it's a quote I'm reading out. The Screen Actors Guild prohibits any two members from working under the same stage name, and they already had another one in the books. My middle name was Andrew, but using just that initial was even worse, as my last name had just become a synonym for attractive. I thus stuck in the J, which sometimes I tell people stands for either genuine or genius, and resubmitted my forms. Who talking about his stage name?
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Well done. Abbas, take a look at this painting by Guy Buffett and tell us its title. It's the blanked out portion, also the name of an early 2000s film. Timer just starts now. Ten.
Amsterdam?
Dhruv?
In Bruges.
No. Ashwat?
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
Right answer. It's Moulin Rouge, indeed. That's the Moulin Rouge in Paris. Iconic windmill. Aabhaas. Which music composer shot to fame with this theme for the web show Scam 992? An instrumental track made up of bass drums and the string line thematically representing the microcosm of the show itself.
Achint or Achin Thakkar. Achint.
I like how you think, because that's how writers also wrote the answer. Achint or Achint. Okay, back to Dhruv. Named by Akbar as a portmanteau term, combining the Sanskrit for waist and Persian for adorn, which specific type of kamarband, encircling the waist and with its ends hanging out in front, was typically worn by Mughal aristocrats along with the jama. Aswath?
Pass.
Abbas?
Pass.
Subrat?
Pass.
This is the Katzept, from Kati meaning waist and Zeb meaning adorn. The only good thing, Dhruv, is if you do not win today, we can say it's not you, it's us. And
No, I
Dhruv,
missed a lot of owns as well. Yeah.
Dhruv, in Crusader Kings 2 and 3, expansions and mods let player dive into adjacent historical settings and conquer beyond borders. But staying in Europe, Crusader King 3's Legends of the Dead swings in with the side patch. With a name like that, it's not just a cosmetic update. What major historical event does Legends of the Dead introduce players to in Crusader Kings?
I'll just say it's the, what do you call it? The Black Death, Great Plague of Europe, whatever. I don't know.
Absolutely, that's the right
Yeah.
answer. Okay, Ashwat. Shamali, a poet and professor, played the equivalent of Joe March in Kachi Dhoop, a TV adaptation of Little Women in the 80s, and came out as a lesbian in 1990s. Her mother, theatre director Chitra, was among the parents who moved the Supreme Court for decriminalizing homosexuality. Who was a filmmaker father who had an acting career playing the archetypical middle-class Indian man in the middle of the road Hindi films in 70s and 80s.
Amol Palekar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Amol Palekar. Well, next. While by name this song may seem anti-establishment, it actually advocates pacifist idealism instead of a radical uprising. Given this, the outrage against this song behind the band's first recording license for a TV ad by Nike for commodifying dissent may have been a little much with song.
Well, you know, we all want to change the world.
Revolution?
Why?
Beatles?
Yeah, well done. Revolution by the Beatles. Subrat, the 2022 Football World Cup game between Germany and Costa Rica, won 4-2 by Germany, was a landmark moment for the sport. That's because of which person being involved as a referee in the World Cup match.
I think her name was Frappart.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Wow.
Stephanie
Super.
Frappart, person referee in men's World Cups. Well done. Subrat. From the Persian for before or in front of and garment, which woman's equivalent of the jama was an outfit that typically flowed down right to the heels of the wearers. Today, it is a much sought after costume for wedding ceremonies, is the typo, in both India and Pakistan.
Sharara?
Dhruv,
Achkan?
Aabhaas,
Sherwani?
Ashwat.
Pass.
This is known as the Peshwaj. Peshwaj. Okay. Aabhaas. In 2006, Jeremy Allen Steinker, 23-year-old, and his 12-year-old girlfriend, yes, not a typo, were involved in a gruesome crime. Jeremy convinced her to kill her parents and her 8-year-old brother by stabbing them to death. She became Canada's youngest convicted killer. Steinke had seen an Oliver Stone movie and urged his girlfriend to go about their plans of murder in a similar manner, which mid-90s movie the Daily Mail called evil and one that deserved to be banned.
The Manson family?
Dhruv,
Natural born killers?
Yeah.
Abbas again. Also known as Life Among the Lowly, which 1852 anti-slavery novel was the best-selling 19th century novel in the USA, is said to have fueled the Civil War and was banned by the South during it. So it inspired the abolitionist movement, also helped perpetuate stereotypes, and started a whole spate of literature which was anti this novel.
Uncle Tom's Cabin?
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Uncle Tom's Cabin. So after 6 rounds of quizzing, we have Dhruv on 6, Ashwath 10, Subrat 11, and Aabhaas 10. Dhruv. Reema Kagti directed the 2024 film written by Varun Grover about small town filmmakers in which city in Nashik district, Maharashtra, who make low budget Bollywood remakes.
Malegaon?
Yes, that's indeed the right answer, Malegaon. Next one. Written by Nadine Gordimer with 79 novel with a familial title, was banned by the then apartheid government. It details a group of white anti-apartheid activists in South Africa seeking to overthrow the South African government. Among them is Rosa Dash, who comes to terms with her father's involvement with the South African Communist Party.
Pass.
Quick pass, Ashwath.
Pass.
Aabhaas.
Pass.
Subrat.
Not enough time to think. Pass.
Passing into. Okay, so this
Na,
is
na tera na mera.
Burger's daughter.
Burger's daughter. Yeah.
Burger's daughter is the answer. Decent strategy by Dhruv. Okay, Ashwath. This celebrity's middle name is a name of French origin, meaning the king, while they use only the initial. He is one of the most well-known names from his community, where his surname is extremely common, so much so that a study by Bertrand and Mali Nathan on bias in resume-based hiring used it as a sample name for candidates from the community. Who are we talking about? We need the full name or at least all parts of their name.
Samuel L. Jackson.
And that's absolutely right.
Wow.
L stands for Leroy, which means king in French or French adjacent languages. Ashwan, for your question now. Which alliteratively named show moved from established Bollywood composers in its season 1 to a soundtrack supervised by Aabhaas Dasgupta, who roped in a variety of composers from O.F. Siddiqui, Anna Rahman, and Siddharth Pandit, among others, contributed to the track list of season 2?
Bundish Bandits.
Absolutely right as well. And Subrat, we go to you for your directs. The timeline of the game Crusader Kings is until December 30, 1452. It ends exactly 5 months before another historic event, which comes about after a 3-day beleaguerment and is brought about with the overwhelming use of gunpowder from the very large cannons. Which historic event?
The fall of Constantinople.
Absolutely right. Next one, Subrat. What song about a cold-blooded serial murderer written by a Marxist playwright and left-wing composer for a musical that aimed to lay bare the hypocrisies of bourgeois morality became a huge success globally and ironically was used in the 1980s ad for McDonald's featuring a mascot named Dash Tonight?
When the clock strikes 6:30, babe, time to head for golden lights. It's a good time for the great taste dinner at McDonald's.
Uh,
10,
McDonald.
Ashwa,
Pass.
Aabhaas,
Pass.
Dhruv.
Pass.
So, decent drift, Subrat. So, you're almost there, but it's a Bobby Darin song called Mac the
Oh,
Knife.
Mac the Knife.
So, of course, you did get partly the McDonald's clue and stuff, but not the right answer at least. Okay, Aabhaas. What refreshing sherbet drink is made from the roots of Indian sarsaparilla, citric acid, and is often served with basil seeds? It is a favorite in Madurai, but is consumed across South India. Used in Ayurveda due to its cooling and digestive properties.
Jigar Thanda.
Ashwath,
Pass.
Dhruv,
Pass.
Sorry, you marked Jigar Thanda wrong, is it?
yeah,
Okay,
Aabhaas is
okay,
correct.
then okay, I'll pass then.
Yeah,
It's what, Jil Jil.
Nannari sherbet.
Oh, damn.
Have you had it, Ashwath?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking Nannari, but it didn't fit a lot of things in my head. Yes, wrong.
Next one, Aabhaas, for you. 3 years before Top Gun popularized Ray-Ban aviators, another model of Ray-Ban called the Wayfarer became popular after the release of the film. Known for its thick black frame, its sales jumped 20x after the protagonist was seen wearing it in a memorable scene from the film. Which film? Ten.
Footloose.
Ashwath?
Pass.
Dhruv?
Might as well try. I'll say Risky Business.
Yes, absolutely right.
Took away.
Famous scene between the doorway and he sort
One I took. Hey, give some, throw some coins once in a while.
So this is also a Tom Cruise movie, so Tom Cruise,
Good answer.
lots of credit to Ray-Ban. So coming into the last round, let's have a look at the scores, and we have Dhruv on 8, we have Aabhaas on 10, and we have Aswath and Subrat both on 12. Interestingly, Aswath has the lowest number of bonus attempts at the moment, which of course leaves him with an advantage going to the last round. Dhruv, your question? Suchetan, previously Suchetana, who came out as a trans man in 2023, was born to which recently deceased poet politician who served as the Chief Minister of West Bengal from 00 to 2011. The father translated Gabriel Garcia Marquez's works, Clandestine in Chile, and the story of a shipwrecked sailor into Bengali.
I believe I'm going to answer a East India question finally. Buddha Bhattacharya.
Yes, that's indeed right. Who recently passed away last year, or this year, I think, Buddha Bhattacharya. That's right. The last CM of the state. Dhruv,
So far.
from which romantic Gothic poem is the name of the Covey singer who is the protagonist of the book Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins taken? The poem is famous for its imagery and rhythm. The name of the missing beloved in the poem is combined with the shade of grey named after a bird to form the protagonist's name. Ten.
No, I just lost a solitary reaper.
Ashwath,
Pass.
Aabhaas,
Pass.
Subrat.
Pass.
Okay.
Come on, yeah.
This is the Raven, and the protagonist's name was Leonard.
I had Raven. What is the clue? I had Raven in the beginning, but what is this?
Okay, I thought maybe the title had the name of the
The
person. That's
second
why
part
I was
is about
also.
Lenore, and the first bit is about the Raven. Anyway, hard luck. Ashwath, your question.
Yeah.
In Carpenter's Starman, an alien sings, "I can't get no satisfaction," to express frustration to Karen Allen, who plays the widow who falls for the alien. But that choice is off. Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good would have been more accurate. Why?
So
10.
basically, he's can't have sex because he's promised someone that he'll be good.
No? Aabhaas?
This was also in like a similar plot was in Back to the Future where Johnny Be Good was used. So
Pass. I think
True.
of it.
Pass.
Okay.
Because his mother, no.
So the alien.
He's a father.
No. So the alien cannot
It
sing.
doesn't have a reproductive organ.
No. I'll reveal the answer. So it's an alien singing the song, and the only song which an alien could know is Johnny Be Good, which is a rock song on
Oh,
the
because that
ship.
went with Voyager. Okay.
Oh
It's
man.
the only rock song on the
nice.
Voyager. It's not possible for Jeff Bridges to otherwise know of any other song. So not the
Meta
right
ho
choice.
gaya, thoda meta.
Yeah, very meta.
Look at the image and tell us which city has been depicted in this painting by Guy Buffett. The Tibetan prayer flags adorn the city skies as beautifully depicted here.
Just looking at the other screen for better.
Ten.
Leh?
Subrat?
I'll go with Dharmshala.
That's
Ah,
With Dharamsala. Well done. So Subrat, your questions too. On November 24, 2014, a hacker group called Guardians of the Peace hacked Sony Pictures and publicly released personal information about the company's employees. Their demand to not release a 2014 goofy comedy film. The hackers even threatened a terrorist attack until the government of North Korea emerged as the prime suspect. Which 2014 film?
Was it called Interview?
Yeah, that's right. It's the interview. With you. And again, Subrat. From which famous Scottish ballad is the name of the foundling reared by the Covey taken? The ballad features a hero who is rescued from the Queen of the Fairies by his true love and has influenced numerous other works, including A Coat of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas in the Sandman comics. The character's name is formed by combing the first name of the ballad's protagonist with a color named for a substance in which insects are often found trapped and fossilized.
Completely blanking on some of these things. Features a hero. Okay.
10,
The Lady of the Lake.
Ashwath,
Ivanhoe.
Aabhaas,
Pass.
Dhruv,
Lochinvar.
not quite. Tough quad eventually, the Covey is Tamlin.
Okay. Chalo. No, I would not have got this.
The last two questions of the quiz before we continue. Thanks to all the players who joined us for Flames Season 5, and hope all of you sign up for FLQL Season 8. The registration link will be at the bottom of the video. And thank you to the finalists for your patience in playing this season. Here are the last two questions coming up. Still undecided, by the way. In 2021, which jockey rode Manila Times to victory at the Grand National, a landmark moment for the sport? The jockey enriched their legacy by winning the Cheltenham Gold Cup aboard A+ Start, but retired in May 2025 at the age of 35.
Tailored.
Ashwath,
Frankie Dettori.
Dhruv,
Pass.
Subrat.
Non-comp.
Okay.
Ab kya non-comp?
Dodd, is it Dodd?
The lady called Rachel Blackmore, the first woman to win the Grand National. And the last question of the season for the India track. In a test against Pakistan at the Brabant in November 52, which left-arm spinner became the first Indian to take 100 test wickets. In doing so, he also had a world record, later broken by Botham, for the fastest all-rounders double of 100 wickets and 1,000 runs.
Mankad.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Venu Mankad. So that brings us to the end of the quiz. Finishing fourth today with 9 points is Dhruv, but we all know the vagaries of Mimir competition. So he has the most X's as well. So hard luck to Dhruv. Coming in third is Aabhaas with 11. A great effort in his first final. Ashwath second. Again, a story of seconds for Ashwath, who had the chance of winning the final with a few questions to go on 12. And congratulations to Subrat M for winning the title of the India track, for your consistency and your good performance in the final. Congrats and hard luck to the rest of you. Meanwhile, those who are
Well done, Subrat. Well done. Yes. You beat me by 1 second. I was about to say that.
For those watching, thank you for joining us. Dhruv, Subrat, Aabhaas, Aswath, take care and enjoy the rest of your week and month. Take care, everyone.
Thank you for the season.
See you
Thanks for
guys.
reading.
Thanks, Shresh. Thank you, everyone. Well done. Bye.